Well, the Ministry of Science and Technology in the spotlight for today's two sessions. This ministry, of course, is especially relevant to China's push to promote mass innovation as a new driver of the country's growth. Let's bring in Ms. Gao Zhen, managing partner at Mandarin Capital Partners, a private equity firm investing in mid-market European companies with exposure to China, to get her take on all of this. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. So, when you look at European companies now investing in China, right, and when you're actually helping these European companies do their due diligence on Chinese companies, how big is the technology factor now versus 2 to 3 years ago? Do you see any significant changes in the technology capabilities of Chinese firms?
Well, I think technology is always a very crucial factor that we're looking at, because our approach is to bring the most advanced European technology to China and most dedicated to the Chinese needs. And those not only referring to like skyrocketing science like robots or that, but oftentimes it's in the B2B sector where Chinese industries are lacking of critical industry components. For example, we're very strong in engineering machinery, but the hydraulic system are all imported. So we're all looking at this part as a crucial part to analyze what China needs, and then we bring the most leading companies from Europe in this segment to China. This is our approach. And we're especially interested in the technology or machinery equipments which can reduce the energy consumption, helping to curb the pollution, improve the overall efficiency, because China is also facing consolidation of industries. So you can anticipate that in a more large scale that you need a very high efficiency machinery.
Okay. I'm wondering how we can better connect the public sector with the private sector to better use technology to promote mass innovation. What do you think can be done on that front, especially, I guess, a few specific sectors where mass innovation can be really helpful?
Well, I think mass innovation would only, in my viewpoint, not in the, how to say, like nuclear technology, but more on like smart city, like things connected with new lifestyle or consumer goods sector, or even new business model. So in my view, that the government, not only they need to launch incentives in this sector, but more often is to protect the people who make the renovation. For example, to launch a very good patent protection system that people will feel free and protected when they're doing this kind of innovation.
Right.
And for private sector or private participation, I think funding is a very important factor. So nowadays, not only like angel investor or VC investor is very important, but also crowdfunding.
To get the smaller players.
Yes, to get smaller players who maybe they are friends among the innovators, and they can put in money together to support that.
Okay.
It could be interesting.
I want to end on clean tech specifically today, because looking at your portfolio, you have, what, now 2 companies out of 12 companies invested that deals with clean tech. I'm wondering specifically which sectors in the clean energy space that you find attractive in terms of advancing China's strategic push to combat pollution.
We are especially interested in waste management. Not only solid waste, but also wastewater, because we find that in Europe, after many years of development, they actually conquer many critical issues by their own technology, and which are very relevant to China, because we are just in the process. So, for example, for specific industrial waste, we can have very good technology from Europe, very dedicated to the Chinese market needs. In addition to that, we also look at the process, because it's important that you also do some upstream renovation in the manufacturing process in order to reduce the pollution.
Right.
For example, we are investing in a company which is producing water-based adhesives. Previously, it's all solvent-based, so the process is polluted, the workers is not safe. But now, you can see a lot of replacement in this regard.
I feel like you should be a scientist as well with all the clean tech investments that you guys are going through. We're going to leave it there. Many thanks for your insights today, Ms. Gao Zhen, managing partner at Mandarin Capital Partners, joining us on the program. And that does it for Global Business for now. We will see you again at 9:15 p.m. Beijing time or 13:15 GMT. See you again in a few hours' time.